Welcome back to Omni Football. Today, we have a very special guest in the house.
Hello.
We have the one and only Laura Castro-Spencer, who is also my girlfriend. And
Lucky.
she will be
Lucky.
here today to grace us with her presence and her knowledge of all things soccer. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here. My hands are sweaty.
Oh no,
Really,
they really are.
I'm sorry.
Don't be nervous.
Yes.
You have nothing to be nervous about.
Okay.
My devoted followers are very nice people. So we're gonna be exploring different topics of soccer today.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Laura comes prepared with some topics.
I do.
So we'll go ahead and get into some of the topics that Laura has prepared. So the first topic of today is
The U.S. women's soccer team, because March is International Women's Month. Did you know that?
Yes, I did.
Yes.
Yes, I did.
So we'll be focusing on the women's soccer team.
Okay, cool. So
All right, so first thing on my agenda is talking about the history of women's soccer. In the 70s, where Title IX was passed,
okay.
that states that no person in the United States shall, on the basis of sex, be excluded from participation in, be denied the benefits of, or be subjected to discrimination under any education program or activity receiving federal assistance. Because before that time, a lot of women were not allowed to participate in sports. So this act pretty much opened up the way for women to join.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I guess during that time, women weren't allowed to participate in these games.
Okay.
Yeah, and I guess maybe on a personal level and then on a professional level too.
Okay.
So yeah, thanks to this, we have great athletes like Serena Williams.
Right. Tennis star.
Yes, our whole women's soccer team.
Yes. The star of the women's soccer team, Serena Williams.
No.
Excellent.
I think she's close friends.
Okay.
Tight knit.
I have followed the women's national team, and I didn't know she had played. So, okay. And we learn something every day.
Yeah.
Okay. What else you got?
I don't want to give too much away because we're playing a game.
Okay. So what's the game?
So there's going to be two games. First one is a history of the women's soccer team, and then the second part is fun facts. So the history section is true false.
Okay. So I guess a little bit of background before I get into it. Just to preface, if I get things wrong, I've been watching women's soccer here in the U.S. for a while now. I actually went to, I don't know if I told you, but I actually went to the Women's World Cup final.
What?
In 1999.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, I was really young. I was like 7, but my parents took me, and it was here in the United States. It was here in California, in the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, and the women's team beat China in the final.
I have a question on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was at that game. So
hopefully you remember.
So I have been following at least in the World Cups. I followed 1999 when I was really young, then 2015, and then 2019 as well.
Wow.
So I have some background with the U.S. ladies team.
Nice. So my background is just what I researched.
Good.
This past week.
Good. There's nothing wrong with coming at it with a fresh slate.
Okay, so our first question: the U.S. women's soccer team was created in 1985. Is that true?
I'm gonna say that's false.
What year?
I don't know, but probably sometime in the 90s, I'd say, because the U.S. soccer at like a international level didn't really hit the scene until the 90s, I would say.
It's true.
Oh, in 1985?
It was created in 1985.
Okay. All right.
1 point, Laura.
I mean, I wasn't born then, so it's hard for me to remember. Okay.
You're in soccer.
I don't even know. I don't even know the year the U.S. Soccer Federation was founded either. So.
1985.
Was it?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I can't lie
on
here.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. Tony DeSico was the U.S. women's soccer team's first coach? Is that true or false?
I don't recognize that name, so I'm gonna say false.
It is false. He was the second coach.
Okay.
And our first coach was Anson Dorrance.
Okay. No, I haven't recognized that name either. So I would have got that one wrong. So.
Okay.
But I got it right. So.
Okay, another point, Laura.
But no, I got that right. No.
Oh, my bad.
No, what? Wow, is that your default? That's literally just your default.
Okay, another point.
Give yourself the points. Wow.
If I was gonna add numbers on here.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
No, keep the tally at home.
Right.
I'm not doing
7 sheet of
post-production.
paper.
No.
Okay. The first women's World Cup in FIFA history, the United States won 5 of its games, outscoring its opponents 25-5, and beating world powers Sweden, Germany, and Norway in the process. Is that true or false?
That's probably true.
It's false.
Is it?
They won all 6 games.
Oh, so that's what was false about it.
Yes.
Not that they were winning.
It was the 6
Okay.
games.
All right. So I'm
It's
sorry
all-
I didn't know it was 6 games.
It's all about the details.
Well, okay, fine. Okay, so yeah, really.
Another point
a
for
stickler
Laura.
over here.
There's
I'm
a
sorry.
there's
That
a
didn't.
divide and
I'm
six.
sorry. I don't remember exactly how many
Aren't
goals
there
they
6
scored
games in the whole FIFA?
in the
They have to
whole
play
World
6
Cup
games
tournament.
to win?
Well, depends because I'm sure that first World Cup, FIFA Women's World Cup, didn't have 32 teams. So there would be less games, but I don't know how many teams there were that tournament. So,
Another point.
but yeah, so the U.S. women's have historically been the best team.
They are successful. They are the best team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's
They
why
win all the
I win
games.
with that. I win with that.
Okay. Okay, this is a hard one. Okay, I need you to close your eyes.
Okay.
This one has a picture. So in 1999, the U.S. hosted the World Cup, where the U.S. women's soccer team was playing against their final opponent, China.
Yeah.
Though the game was tough, the U.S. beat China because blank won the game with her 5th and final kick. Her scoring this goal has become one of the most famous image in U.S. soccer history.
Yeah. She took off her shirt and was like, yeah.
What is the name of that player?
Do you have a picture of her?
Yes, I'll cover it. But then you can see my other answers.
That's okay. I'm not going to look at the
Okay.
others.
No.
Okay, that's not Mia Hamm, I don't think. But I think that her name is... Yeah. Man, she's such an iconic name in the... I can't remember the name of that player.
Brandy Chastain.
Chastain, yeah, that's right.
Brandy
with an
Chastain.
I.
Yes.
Brandy with an I, yeah.
Yes. She ripped off her shirt.
Yeah,
she was
yeah.
so happy.
Yeah,
Fell to her knees.
I don't remember it because I was young, but apparently my dad, who was also at that game, said that it was like a really hot day that day.
Oh.
Because it's during the summer,
Oh.
and it's here in California, so it's just hot in general.
So she ripped off her shirt.
Yeah, so I was like, it was like everyone wanted to like rip off their shirts basically because
your
it's so
dad
hot.
in solidarity.
I don't know if he did. I don't think he did. But yeah,
I'm just kidding.
But yeah, I remember it's a pretty. I mean, they won the World Cup, so it's
Yeah.
kind of a.
I'd rip my
It's
shirt
kind of
off.
a celebration, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The U.S. women's soccer team has never had a female coach.
That's false.
That is false.
Yeah.
Do you know the name?
I think they've had more than one.
Her name is month of the year. April Heinrichs. She was a former forward player on the team. And she
Okay.
was coach from 2000 to 2004.
Names.
But she was the first female.
Okay, got it.
A point for you.
Wait, no, I didn't get that one right.
No, but I said that the U.S. team has never had a female coach.
Oh, right. Oh,
And
okay,
you
okay.
said yes.
Wow, you're giving me the points. Okay.
I know.
All right.
So kind.
Wow, I'm fair, you mean, but but okay. No.
The women's soccer team won the 2000 Summer Olympics.
Probably, yeah, so true.
It is false.
Oh, they lost?
It is false, yes. And this was quite a scandal.
Why?
I'll tell you why. So, in the 2000 Summer Olympics, under Heinrichs, the U.S. finished second, losing to Norway, whom the U.S. had beaten 2-0 in group play.
Okay.
Many U.S. players saw the result as cruel, insisting that the Norwegian player who had scored the game-winning goal in the extra time in the final had done so after handling the ball.
Wow. Okay. That wouldn't have happened these days because these days they use video replays to like check.
What does that mean, handling the ball?
They
Use your hands.
Yeah, use your hand either inadvertently or on purpose. Sometimes it's one or the other, but it's sometimes hard to tell during the game because there's like we mentioned before, there's 11 people on each team, but there's only one referee running around in the middle trying to like see it all. So sometimes they don't catch everything.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's not the first time either. I know in the men's World Cup games, there's also been some pretty controversial handballs. Yeah, where like Diego Maradona, who just recently passed away, he I think during a game versus England, the ball came in and the goalkeeper was coming out to grab it, and Maradona like ran. He's a short guy. He ran and was not gonna get it with his head.
He just grabbed it?
No, he punched it. He straight up punched it. He's like he was like a foot away, right? So he just punched it over the keeper.
Like Mario?
Basically like Mario. 100% like Mario.
Wow.
Yeah, and then but because the ref didn't see it and it was so quick.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he scored it and like they won the game.
He should play for Norway.
So that's not the first time, but okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know. That stinks though. That's definitely I think that's why they've implemented the video reviews.
And they got second because of that.
Yeah.
I'd be furious.
I mean that's devastating because it's like if you get knocked out early, then you don't expend all that energy trying to make it to the final. But you hope the final is fair.
And
but
you have to wait 4 years.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but that's kind of I don't know. It's kind of the game, right? It's like sometimes you get what you deserve, and sometimes you don't.
You just gotta punch them.
Sometimes you gotta punch the ball or punch the ref. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Whichever comes first.
Okay.
Our last one. With 4 titles, the U.S. is the most successful women's World Cup team and is one of only 7 nations to play in every World Cup. Is that true or false?
I think all the pieces of that are true. I say true.
It is true.
Yeah.
So successful.
Yeah. I mean, really, I think the U.S. women, if you're trying to watch high-quality women's soccer, the U.S. women's team is a pretty good place to start, for sure. They're really good, too. I mean, I think they're really good.
Yeah, with 4 titles. It's a lot.
Yeah. That's a lot of titles, yeah. A lot of wins, a lot of World Cup wins.
Go women.
Cool. So, so we're going to take a little break, and then we'll be back. Welcome back. So this section is going to be, I believe, fun facts, right?
Yes.
About players?
Yes.
Okay,
about players on the women's team. The current players.
Of the U.S. women's team.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Fun facts.
Fun. So. Very fun. If they're not fun, though?
Then I'll never be back here again.
All right.
You agreed to
Shake
that.
On it?
Shake
on it? I'm just kidding.
Number 1. Which U.S. women's soccer team played the flute as a child?
Which soccer player?
Which soccer player? Was it A, defender Becky Schaubrunn?
Sauerbrunn? Mm-hmm.
B, midfielder. Midfielder.
Wow.
Lindsay.
Wow. Try that one again. Yeah.
Midfielder.
There it is.
Lindsay Horn. And forward, Charly Lloyd.
Wow.
That's all of them wrong.
Tough names there. I'm gonna go with Sauerbrunn.
It is.
Hey. But anyways, okay, cool.
Wow. I didn't think you got that one. 1 point for both.
Cool. I have one on the board.
This is a fun one. How many players on the team have twins? 2, 3, or 4?
Currently?
Yes.
1 or 2.
1 was not an option.
2, 3, or 4, 2.
It's 3.
3 of them have
3
twins?
of the players have twins.
Okay, wow.
1 point for me.
Whatever.
Oh, okay, this is a good one.
Okay.
Which player is originally from Diamond Bar, California? Is it A, defender Emily Sonnet, B, forward Lynn Williams, or C, forward Alex Morgan?
I want to say Alex Morgan because she's a California native.
It is Alex Morgan.
Yeah, she's a cowgirl.
She's Pablo's celebrity crush.
Well, she's a really good soccer player, so.
Yeah, I can't compete.
And she's awesome.
Yeah.
She's
from Diamond Bar.
Diamond Bar.
It's
All
from
right.
my orthodontist.
Wow. Yeah, it's like up the freeway from us.
Yeah.
From us.
Okay, this next one's very long.
Wow, okay.
Okay.
It's a good thing we don't have to go anywhere.
It's going to be a fill in the blank.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's very long and all you want me to do is fill in the blank?
Because
Are you serious?
Yeah, because this player,
Which pronoun goes here? Which adjective goes here?
Because this player has
Is this a passive sentence or an active sentence?
Because this player has so many awards.
Is it Carly Lloyd?
No, it's not.
Oh,
Okay. She is a very talented and recognized player. Blank has trophy for days.
wow.
Blank won 5 separate Player of the Year awards, including the New York Gatorade Player of the Year award, along with winning the 2012 NCAA championship with UNC. Blank was named the country's best collegiate player as the winner of the prestigious Herman Trophy. Best XI. I don't know if this is XI or
Best 11.
Best 11.
Yeah.
Okay. And the league's MVP award at age 23 is defender Alana Cook, midfielder Julie Erst, or defender Crystal Dunn.
Oh, dang. Okay. That's tricky. I would pick Julie.
It's Crystal Dunn.
Is it?
It's Crystal Dunn.
Crystal Dunn's really good too. She's really fast.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's also left-footed too, which makes her.
Wow.
Yeah, good.
Okay, and then our last one. I related to this one so much.
Okay.
Okay. So, when they were younger, which player would call her dad to pick her up from sleepovers because she did not like to be away from home? Was it A, defender, Kelly O'Hara, B, midfielder, I don't know why I can't pronounce that. I can't pronounce it. Midfielder,
Like
Rose Lavelle, or C, defender, Tarina Davidson?
I'm gonna go with Rose Lavelle.
It is defender Kelly O'Hara.
Really?
Yes. She did not, according to the articles I was reading, that she was a very introverted child.
Really?
Who did not like to be outside.
I remember she was like a spokesman for Gatorade.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, so she's not like... So she's in front of a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm sure she hates it.
Yeah, well, I guess not. It doesn't look like it, so.
Yay.
Cool. So that concludes our test. If you're following at home,
tell us who won.
Tell us who won in the comments, because I have no idea.
I think it was
a tie. I think it was a tie.
I think it was me.
I think 1-1 tie.
You only got one right.
So, so we're going to take a small little break here, and then we'll come back to finish it up with the last section.
Yes.
So, welcome back. We are in our third and final section, and this section we're going to be talking about the galaxies. So, Laura and I have been to a couple of Galaxy games together.
2 or 3.
2 or 3, something like that. And this podcast, I've been mostly focusing on the U.S. soccer culture and U.S. soccer in general. And the team that is nearest and dearest to my heart, if you can't tell from all the stuff that's on the walls and stuff, is the Galaxy. I've grown up watching them, and they're one of the original teams that started in the 90s, which coincidentally is when a lot of things really started to become popular in the United States. I recently saw online a photo from One Football on their Instagram, and I'll put it up right now. But it is a photo of the top 11 highest scoring players in the 21st century of the men's team.
Mm-hmm.
Of the people there, do you recognize anyone you see? Just if you recognize. Do you recognize anyone?
This is like a test.
It is a test. How do you like it?
I recognize 2.
Okay, who do you recognize?
Ronaldo
Okay, yeah.
and Zlatan.
Zlatan, right?
Who I thought was your economics teacher.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I don't know why you thought that.
Because their names sounded similar.
Kinda. Not really. I had a professor who's named Barbudo, who was not... His name's not Zlatan.
Yeah, and he was talking about Barbudo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Zlatan. I think within the same 5 minutes. So I thought your teacher
What's his name? Zlatan.
Played soccer.
No,
I was really good at it. But
no.
So I recognize those 2.
Okay.
Ronaldo
And that's actually significant because I've had this conversation with my dad recently. But I think that the LA Galaxy have had many good players throughout the years. Mm-hmm. But I actually think that the years that Zlatan was here with the Galaxy, he's been the best player we've ever had, which is a really strong statement. Mm-hmm. But I would argue, because as you can see, he's part of the most scoring players of the century.
Okay.
Which obviously the century just got started, right?
100
years. So it'll end in 2100, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's plenty of time for the players to get shuffled around, right? But I mean, it's still it's still kind of a big deal.
Very impressive, yes.
So I think that the Galaxy, in one way or another, for better or for worse, attract good people to come play.
Okay.
And they've recently been pushed to do better because of their local rivals, LAFC, who recently got started. Yes. So, in your opinion, what do you think about that? The rivalry, the Galaxy, LAFC. Do you have any comments or opinions?
I've only ever been to a couple soccer games. So my background in soccer is not too deep.
Mm-hmm. Extensive. Yeah.
But I think I have reason to be fans of both. Because for Galaxy, obviously, you've taken me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also, LAFC has their training site at Cal State LA, which is where we went.
That's right.
So it's very easy to... I think it's hard for people to choose a side.
I feel like it's easy for people to choose a side. It's hard to choose both.
An LA native. But then... It's
like trying to like the Clippers and Lakers or like the Dodgers and the Angels, you know what I mean? At the same time.
No, but that's different because, you have that distance between the two teams.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But with, the Galaxy and LAFC, they play within miles of each other.
Right. Right.
So, there's no overlap, between the Dodgers, it's mainly people, in LA, and with Angels, it's, Orange County.
Okay.
So,
I think the LAFC training facility at Cal State LA, which is where we both graduated for our bachelor's degrees, I was there when they completed it and they were using it, and it's a really impressive part of the campus, but it's also kind of not even really part of the campus, right? It's on the way out.
It's across the street.
Yeah, it's kind of across the street. And on top of that, it really doesn't affect Cal State LA too much, to be honest. It's not like the students there...
But for someone who's not interested in soccer,
okay, going
to Cal State LA, that's the first team that you're exposed to. So I think that one's going to be the one that resonates with them more.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I suppose it's definitely the most
specific demographic.
The specific people who go to Cal State LA. Yeah, I suppose so. Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, I definitely admit that LAFC have had a good marketing campaign, I would say, in getting a lot of people interested in them. And definitely the black and gold is definitely a look, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I guess I see it from a different perspective.
You are just heart and soul.
I'm just biased,
Galaxy.
obviously.
Yes.
Yeah, because like, but it's not bias that's undue because like we've been a good team. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like oh yeah, well we've been here longer, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Although it is some of that.
I've heard you say.
Although
that
it's been some of that,
before.
you know. I don't know. I just feel like the LAFC. I feel like I don't know what it is. Like, what is it about LAFC that like now that they're here, people are now interested in soccer? Where like before they were here, like where were they? You know what I mean? Like, you know?
Yeah.
Because like, so the story about LAFC, or part of the story, is that there was once another team in LA that wasn't the Galaxy. So the Galaxy have been here, and then there's another team called Chivas USA.
Okay. Yes.
They never had a good following, even when they were new. No one was like, yeah, you know, like no one was like super jazzed, right? Super stoked, and they ended up folding because like no one would come to their games. And literally 3 days later, the league gave LAFC like the spot that Chivas had just left.
Oh.
So like 3 days. Like it's not like years later. It was like okay, like take over
within the week.
Yeah, within the week, right? So it's like it kind of is like is it just like the branding, like, or is it?
I think so.
You know what I mean?
I think marketing does have a lot to do with sports, which is why Galaxy and male players get paid a lot more than the women's soccer team.
Okay. So do you think, but I mean, I think that they, like, I think it's both, I think it's actually marketing, because branding, I think, is one thing. Like, branding is hit or miss. Like, and I've seen some women's soccer team brands that look pretty solid. But definitely marketing. So yeah, I mean, it could be just marketing. Like, I think that's probably correct. So speaking lastly here, we've been to a couple games and we've seen some games on the TV. What was your experience pre-pandemic? What did you think about the stadium and the experience?
It's very easy to get into it. I see why people have such a heart for soccer, because it's not like you had mentioned, like baseball. It's a lot of stop, start, stop, start. It's just very continuously. So I think it was very easy to get into the games. The one thing I don't like about I have a bone to pick. With the Galaxy Stadium.
What is it?
I can't take my purse in.
Oh yeah.
I have to take a clear purse. Or no purse at all.
Right.
And I've forgotten a couple of times.
That's right, yeah.
And it was raining one time.
Yeah.
So we walked all the way to the stadium. We got there. I was like, I can't bring it. And then I had to walk back, drop my stuff off, and then walk back.
Yeah, that is really annoying. Like,
for safety reasons, I'm sure.
It is for safety reasons, but yeah, it is annoying to have to walk from the parking lot to the stadium, which is like not far, but it's also like not close.
That's your purse.
And then you like have to walk right back to your car to like drop the purse off. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like one bone to pick. Other than that, I think
there used to be a time where you would open up your purse and they would look through it and then you could go in, but I guess that's just not
anymore.
Gravy, you know.
Another thing I did like about the stadium was that they offer free tampons and pads in the women's restroom.
I didn't know that.
They did. I took a picture.
That's something I wouldn't have never known. Really?
Yeah, they do.
Cool.
I thought that was really considerate of them.
Yeah, that is really considerate. That's cool. That way, I don't know. You
just shove them all in my purse.
No,
I don't have a purse.
There you go. That's what it was for.
They'll see I'm taking
exactly.
all this stuff. Galaxy.
See, they're happy to give, but only if they can see what you take.
Oh my god. Take this huge jacket.
There you go. Yeah, you can take a jacket in. Okay.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a good game to get into.
Yeah. You've never been to a basketball game, have you?
No.
Okay. Because I would say soccer games are more exciting. Live soccer games are more exciting than like live baseball games. Especially because they're a lot more condensed. And, like, like the excitement is condensed into more time, into less time, so it's more saturated, you know.
Instead of like 9
innings where it's like, oh my god, you know, and then it's like, but then the rest of the time it's just like the organ player, you know.
Yeah.
It's
fun. I like it.
I like it too, but it's less exciting as a sports spectacle, I think, unless it's like the World Series or something like that.
Yeah.
But
I like their uniforms.
Okay.
I like the Dodger uniforms. I'm not too sure about the Galaxy's new uniform.
You don't like it?
I'm a big green and black fan.
Okay.
But I'm sure that they'll look great.
Okay. I mean, I like it a lot, but...
Why do you like it?
I think it's just nostalgia, to be honest. Because in the 90s, the Galaxy wore like a green teal, and that was like kind of like their color before they like rebranded in the early 2000s. So yeah, I mean, I think it looks cool, but only because it has context.
But I don't see how the green and black relate to the Galaxy.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously it doesn't. Like, otherwise it would just be like black and speckly, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like a spiral,
blue,
like the Milky Way or something.
Some color, but
yeah,
green and
it
black.
has nothing to do with the Galaxy, but.
Then.
But I mean, I don't know why a soccer team's called the Galaxy either. You know what I mean?
And then their mascot is
Cosmo.
Cosmo. I was gonna say Astro.
Like I don't know. Is he an alien or is he a galaxy? I don't know.
He's blue.
Is he?
I'm pretty sure he's blue.
I thought he was green.
Should we look at him?
It's literally just
He's a dark blue.
Is he?
Yeah.
He used to be green.
That one?
Oh yeah. Oh, that's creepy.
He looks like a frog.
He does look like a frog. Look, this one's also different too. Look at that.
He's blue.
That's green, right?
Yeah, that's great. Oh, you're...
Anyway, so...
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is probably his, like, go-to look, probably.
Yeah. See, there's more cohesiveness in the color instead of a green and black.
Well, I mean, the green and black is just their away colors, so...
Well, now it's their permanent color.
It's like their second color. Their first color is still white.
Where is white on that jersey?
Yeah, no, they have a white jersey, which is like their normal jersey, and then whenever they go play away to another stadium.
Oh, I thought that's like their new home jersey. Oh, okay, I get what you're saying.
So they're still white, which is also not the color of a galaxy, but
the stars.
I guess. Okay, well, I mean, hopefully we can get back to live games at some point in the future, and I think it'll probably be 2021 when that happens, but we shall see. So, but yeah, so hopefully we have another podcast lined up for you next week. But thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
And if you have any comments or questions, leave them down below. Otherwise,